Hi, chat. Welcome once again to the secret history of roleplay in the last 70 years. Now, for those of you watching live, you're aware that I just spent, I don't know, 5 minutes talking and pointing out things on the map and explaining and going into some level of detail, only to realize much later that, oh, wait a minute, all you could see was my face, and all the things I was pointing out on the map with the mouse cursor could not be seen. Lovely. So, let's start again. Here we have Valesburg. This was the seat of Dalamar's power and the center of Oris's power once he took over. When the first party, was still alive, Oris and Vorasi had pushed out along this mountain range. Can we see this? Yeah, along this mountain range, down across the Red Desert, down through here, kind of stopped down in this area. Whether or not they had actually finally taken Thornton's Crossing, or whether they were, the exact specifics are kind of up in the air. They had taken Palanthas all the way out up here, all the way along the edge, down here. A Windsail and Tide's End didn't originally kind of like pulled back, held their forces back, did not engage, but did not run away. They were very careful to play their cards right. They were very political about it all. Vrossi forces took High Claris Tower, and Stoneborough stopped at Hollow Rock by the time the party was dead. And I'm not sure between Emerald Keep and Riverwatch, like which one had been taken. Had both of them taken? Had neither been taken? Had Vrossi's line stopped here? Had it stopped here? There were some questions, but the exact details of this don't really matter. And as time went on, the party dies, and fairly quickly Vrossi extends her lines and takes over here. Elven Forest over here, the territory gets badly burned, but the Elven Wood is strong and it's old, so it doesn't really get destroyed too badly. The Horse Lords up here to the north, when confronted by upward forcing Vrossi men, just quickly turned over, said, hey, here's some of our horses, here's some of our horsemen. We work best together in our own units because we've been training together for so long, yada, yada, yada. Don't mix us with other people. Here's our soldiers. We'll collect your taxes. Look, we are just joining your side. You don't even have to conquer us. We're throwing you over. We want to join you. Rossi's men were like, cool, easy peasy lemon squeezy. And Tide's End also flipped for Vrossi. Not right away. There was a few naval scuffles going on. No actual siege, but in the end, the Stormtide Kingdom kind of was like, well, Vrossi's pretty strong. I don't know how this is going to happen. Screw it. We'll join them. Oh, yeah. But originally, it was just kind of out to Windsail along the coast here, here, out to here, over, and like that. And that was the region controlled by Vrossi. As time went on, they kind of spread throughout the world. They spread up, they spread down, they spread left, they spread right. A lot of terrible things happened. One of the things that happened is one of the generals, actually this was written in one of the first recommended reading for Roleplay Solum, that the general who used to command her troops kind of went disappearing after he collected these Dragonbane's weapons. Some people say he's dead, some people say he's alive, some people say he's still killing dragons. But it's known that he kind of went on a rampage, killed as many of the evil Vrossi dragons as possible, then kind of went out and took out as many good dragons as he could. Most people believe he's dead, but occasionally, every now and then, you'll see like a dragon body somewhere on the side of the road. Not on the side of the road, but like someone will come across a dragon corpse. And then everyone's like, whoa, maybe it's him. I forget his name. It's written down somewhere. What else happened in the next 70 years? Tide's End became the backbone of the Vrossi fleet because they already had the strongest fleet in the area, but they didn't have the ground forces. Really, they really depended on their ships for superiority. And one of these things don't really matter. The ships don't really matter when Vrossi has access to dragons, which at first she didn't. First, Vrossi was just like very solid on the ground. Took this stuff over here, was like moving into position to take these things by going over, which is a huge pain in the ass. Besides them, still like, no, we can hold. The Stormtide Kingdom was like, well, we can hold all of our islands. We can hold this territory over here because our fleet is massive. Once the dragons started flipping over to Varosi's side, the Stormtide Kingdom fell back. At first, it's like, well, the dragons can destroy our ships pretty easily, and also they can transport crew and whatever they need just to the islands without needing the sea. So that was a problem. And once their ships had been rendered useless by flying dragons, uh, the Stormtide Kingdom flipped and joined Varosi, and now they have such a mighty fleet, such a mighty fleet. I don't really know what you want me to tell you, like what happened in the next 70 years. Just for some people, there wasn't much of a difference because each area is ruled locally. So, for example, let's take this city, the Holy City, Emberstone. Well, this is kind of a bad example. Let's find anyone other than that. Here we go. Farbridge, which is actually a not a sub, but is sub. As the assistant or whatever. I don't know how you'd call it. It's like the second command. It's the second most important city in this area to Farlo, Falaro, Falaror. I completely forgot where I was going with this. Oh God, recapping all these things. What happened? Oh yeah, so some places didn't really see much of a switch and shift before Varosi. Some saw a bunch, some saw little. And the armies expanded and expanded and expanded. And pretty soon the world was kind of split in half. Not really split in half, but split in major areas as pro-Varosi, anti-Varosi. I don't really know what else to say. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about this area. I guess I could just get lost even thought for a moment. 70 years, a lot's happened in 70 years. But most of the stuff that's happened in 70 years is pretty obvious to me. You know, it's like new kingdom comes to power. The kingdom's kind of evil, kind of, you know, overrules everything. Blah, 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 blah. They're kind of dickish about this. They're kind of dickish about that. They're pretty strict about this. They're pretty loose about that. Blah, 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 blah. So, I don't know. I don't know. Nothing super important that I've worked out. Because they're here not to destroy everything. They're here to conquer. So I want the people. I just want the people to be obedient to them. As long as they really get their goal, they don't care that much, though. What happened to Oris? Oris is still alive and kicking, as you would have read in required reading number 1. Oris is alive. Abigail is alive. I think Jen said she started off a thieves guild somewhere in some other town. Yeah. Yeah. Yep, that's it. That's it for the secret history of Roleplay Solum. I'm sure there's more that I'm not telling you, but I honestly can't think of it right now, and I'm actually starting to crash again. I think I need to go back to play some CS more because I am falling asleep. So thank you for watching, and we will see you sometime soon.